coming today, and it's so nice to see you not behind your computers. So hopefully this is a taste of what will be back to full real life next year. So welcome to the 2022 K-12 InVenture Prize State Finals VIP Day. Whatever that is, yeah. It's about you. It's about you. Everyone here is already a winner. That's the most exciting part today, right? I think that's awesome. So welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm Dr. Roxanne Moore. I'm privileged to serve as the director of the K-12 InVenture Prize since about 2014. I am a mechanical engineer. I work here at Georgia Tech. And maybe in a few years, some of you will take my class over in mechanical engineering, sophomore. I'm so glad you guys are here to share your gift of inventing, and I really hope that one of the things you take away from your experience this year with K-12 InVenture Prize is that you have the power to invent your future. So always remember that, and I hope you remember today, if you ever doubt yourself going forward, is this a good idea, should I try this? I just hope you remember that one day at Georgia Tech we told you yes, you can invent your future. So I'd like to acknowledge a bunch of people. First of all, you all. We had 182 teams participate in this year's state finals competition. We've never had that many teams. So it wasn't obvious that we had that many teams. We had 182 teams online 2 weeks ago. So congratulations. To be here is a huge, huge, huge honor. I want to thank the teachers. We just can't thank our educators enough. I can't applaud because I'm holding a tablet. Y'all, it's been a rough year for the teachers. I'm just so impressed that so many of you not only made it through, but really persevered and got your students here to Tech today and made it through an invention process, which is long and difficult and requires a lot of perseverance, and you were probably in and out of school and all these things. So just thank you so much for sticking with us, and just know how much we value and appreciate you. Administrators, I don't know if there are any here, but say thank you to your administrators for supporting you. And parents here today, thank you all so much for supporting you. Thank you for your commitment to space changes and constraints. I know things are still not quite ideal, but we're just really glad you're here, and thank you for being patient with us. The incredible K-12 InVenture Prize team. No person is an island. There are a lot of people making me look good right now and making this day incredible for y'all. So Jasmine Patel, she's over there. Danielle Martin, she's hiding. Love Carr on the slide back here. Julia Barnado. Some of you know Julia, clearly. Nisha Detchprom. I don't know where she is. I get to see, and they work on a team with me, and so they've been working tirelessly to make all of our K-12 InVenture Prize events happen, including the online judging and this event today, pitch day, regionals, and all the other stuff behind the scenes, updating the website, etc. So big thank you to all of them. And then we have an incredible communications team. We have Randy Trammell in the back, if he's talking to you, sort of story, the future. Amelia Tracy in the front desk, she might be in here now.
Nope. Oh.
Multi-talented, James is multi-talented. He does comms, he does tech work for us. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of y'all for the amazing graphics during our awards ceremony. I'd also like to generally thank the Center for Education Integrating Science, Mathematics, and Computing and the College of Engineering here at Georgia Tech, who have been instrumental in the success of this program. I also want to thank Tim Cohn. He's here from Seismic Savannah. He's here helping us today. We have a bunch of student assistants, Sydney Britton, Caroline Griner, Kenneth Canopoli, I know he's back there, and student aide Summer, who's our leader. Thank you all for your time and energy in making today a success. And I feel like there's another student maybe hiding back there, I don't even know. Hi, thank you. And a big thanks to all the judges, of course, who And then sponsors, Northside Hospital Foundation, the Georgia Centers of Innovation, who sponsored your first place prizes today, the Georgia Center of Innovation for Manufacturing, personal donors, IronCAD, Georgia Families 360, and the Georgia Intellectual Property Alliance. Thank you all. And I'd like to finally thank our advisory council members who are also putting in work behind the scenes to make this program successful and strategizing with me about how to grow it and make it even better for y'all. So with that, thank you all for being here. I'm really, really excited to introduce our keynote speaker for you. Our keynote speaker today is Aya Ayubi. Aya attended Georgia Tech from 2017 till 2021. She's fresh out, where she received her bachelor's degree in industrial design and developed her rather expensive hobby of exploring the world. Between hailing from Jordan, attending Georgia Tech, and studying abroad in Singapore and the Netherlands, Aya is constantly inspired by the different cultures that she comes across. She aims to create beautiful, universal designs that help make this diverse world a better one. And that's why she created the Delta Jacket, a jacket that can inflate like an air mattress for the homeless to keep warm and sleep on at night. It was inspired by the refugee crisis in her home country and won last year's 2021 InVenture Prize and People's Choice Award. While she is still developing the Delta Jacket and her startup, she says it's not the only thing she has in store for the world. Her days as an inventor have only just begun. Aya is here today to congratulate you on the start of your inventing journey and to encourage you to pursue what she thinks is a really rewarding path. So with that, Aya Ayubi.
As you heard, my name is Aya Ayubi, and let me just say that I'm so excited to be here. I, as they said, want to congratulate you on starting your inventing journey. It's really a great one, and let me just leave you with this. What do you picture when you think of an entrepreneur? Maybe leave me a comment in the chat and tell me what you think. I'll be waiting. What are some different types of entrepreneurs that you see? A business person, sure. Is there a person that you have in mind? Maybe it's someone like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, right? But the person that might not occur to you could be closer than you think. They could be that person that stares back at you when you're brushing your teeth in the mirror. Or it could be this random girl from Jordan who's here talking to you right now. Last year on a stage, not quite like this, but with a crowd more like this, just like the contestants have today, I pitched an idea that I thought would help humanity. I created the Delta Jacket. It's an inflatable and reversible garment that can be blown out for the homeless to sleep on at night or to keep warm. After weeks of designing and researching, nights of sewing, and days of testing in downtown Atlanta, I was excited to find out that people actually shared my enthusiasm for this idea. So I'd won the InVenture Prize, a competition I wasn't even sure I'd join in the first place, and I ended up starting a startup I wasn't even sure I would start in the first place. I was suddenly flung into a world I never thought I would navigate. I was meeting with venture capitalists and business people and CEOs. I was getting coffee with my fellow founders and visiting the Delta Jacket at a museum. I was talking to somebody who knew somebody in the government, at the UN, at a manufacturing plant, in supply chain, and it was so new and confusing and wonderful. But after months of soul searching, I decided I didn't want to be like the entrepreneurs that you see in the movies. Their lives seem interesting and rewarding. Yes, I'll give them that, but also really cutthroat and stressful. So I decided to do it my own way. And any venture capitalist or business person listening to me right now will probably be crying. But I started to do what I love. I love to travel. So with a few friends and a few Delta Jackets, we went camping and we explored the world under the guise of research. So we took these jackets and we tested them, making our adjustments as we went along, so that when the time comes to donate them to the people who need them the most, we'll know that they'll be safe, happy, and comfortable. You don't know how many interesting people we've met on our way, or how many supporters we've gained by just having fun while developing this Delta jacket. Oh, sorry. That's not to say there isn't a plan. We're well on our way to manufacturing these jackets, and we'll be selling them to people who are interested. And for every one we sell, we'll be donating a jacket to charity. And I'm heartbroken by the fact that the Delta jacket is still needed more and more each day due to levels of displacement and homelessness, and rising levels at that. That's why events like this and inventions like the inventions you're making are needed to make the world a better place. What you guys are doing is inspiring. And do you know what your superpower is? The superpower that the Bezoses and Zuckerbergs of the world have long forgotten? Try to guess what your superpower is and leave it in the comments, or unmute yourself, or raise your hand, or whatever you may think. What's your superpower? Kindness, I agree. Love, I agree. Any more? Let me tell you a story and let me see if you'll guess it. Empathy is a great one, by the way. Once upon a time in the suburbs of Vancouver, I was babysitting my 4-year-old cousin, Danny. Before I continue, let's just say that Danny is a force of nature. We call her a tornado. So the events of this story should not come as a surprise to anyone, but they came as a surprise to me. Danny sat me down to play restaurant, and she asked me to choose between strawberry ice cream or cotton candy for dessert. You know, I wasn't in the mood for some make-believe ice cream, so I ordered the cotton candy instead. She was like, "That's a great choice," and put a plate in front of me. So what do you do when a 4-year-old puts a plate in front of you? You mime. Thanks, Danny, so yummy. And she looked at me with utter confusion. She's like, "What are you doing? That's just a plate." Then she started to actually prepare the dessert. She took what they call a diablo and flipped it on its head. Then she started cutting up her Barbie's blonde hair into the bowl. At this point, I was freaking out. What is she doing? The Barbie is gonna become bald. She then took her pink slime and added it to that bowl of fluff. She had made cotton candy. My jaw dropped. When you're an adult, you start thinking of how to keep the Barbie pretty and how to keep everything clean, that you forget how to make cotton candy. Or you forget how to play pretend in general. So let me just tell you, your superpower, just like Danny's, is your imagination. Believe me, you can make connections that adults can't even see. Take that and pair it with your kindness, your compassion, and your empathy, and you'll be unstoppable inventors. Inventions are great things. They're essentially daydreams or ideas brought to life, and hopefully they can make it easier, make a person happier, make the environment cleaner, and so on. In fact, I believe that engineering teams need a little more of that, "Yeah, we can do that," or "What if we did this?" attitude when making these rockets and robots and roller coasters. They need people like you. Your imagination is what's going to save the world, and your big hearts are going to make it a better place. Not only that, but with your inventions and startups, you can work for yourself, exercise your mind, wow people and make them smile, just like the Delta jacket did when I was inventing it. If I can ask you one thing, inventor to inventor, don't stop making outlandish creations and funny drawings. Don't stop playing pretend and dress up. Don't stop playing around and making a mess. Don't stop, and parents are gonna hate me for this one, playing on your iPads and exploring the world from the comfort of your own home. If a 1-year-old can learn to play on an iPad in a week, then you can learn to code, you can learn to design, put together circuits, prototype, and make the next big thing. Or small, it doesn't have to be big things that change the world. Use your imagination and don't lose it. My name is Aya Ayubi. I created a jacket for the homeless to sleep more comfortably at night, and I'm just getting started at this inventing thing. What's your name? What's your invention for the world? And who knows, maybe you might become the next accidental entrepreneur. Thank you. If you have any questions, please ask away.
Oh my gosh, what a great talk, Aya. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. All right, I know you guys aren't shy once you open up your mics. So who wants to unmute or drop a question in the chat for Aya? I know you guys have questions. Been at this too long. Okay, I'll ask a question until you start getting your ideas. What was one challenge you really didn't expect, and how did you overcome it?
Well, honestly, when you're making an invention, you always have the idea in your head, but no idea how to bring it to life. So let's say the Delta jacket was inspired by birds and how they puff up when they need to become warmer. So I was thinking, oh, what if I make a jacket that puffs up? Should I add feathers? How do I make it blow up? Would it look like an inflatable, what's it called? Inflatable vest, like a safety vest. Would it look like, and then that's what gets your mind going. And, you know, you go down the rabbit hole of research and you finally end up with the manufacturing process for your idea. So that was one of the most difficult things that I had to go through with the Delta jacket, since it's such a new space for me. I had to teach myself how to sew. I had to teach myself how to research and do the ergonomics of it. So honestly, once you latch onto an idea you really like, I think everything else becomes easier, as long as you're just motivated to do it and follow through.
That's a great answer. I love the bio inspiration. That's awesome. Okay, there's some really good questions in the chat. I kind of want to see, does one of you want to unmute and ask your question out loud? There's some good questions from students here.
Okay, go Delilah.
Did you have moments where you were frustrated?
Right, you can stand over here.
I think that's a great
She
question.
heard you. She heard you.
Thank you so much. I think everyone gets frustrated, and they get frustrated a lot, especially if they're creating something that no one knows anything about. But I think an inventor is someone who gets past that frustration and, you know, tries to solve all the problems that gets in their way. So yes, I agree with you. I did get frustrated, and I got frustrated a lot. I didn't know how to sew, so at some point I kept sewing it wrong and kept making holes in something that was supposed to be airtight and inflatable. And so I had to keep doing it over and over and over again. So the first model of the Delta jacket was basically all holes, and I had to tape everything. But eventually it worked out.
There's some questions from Mount Bethel. That's a wonderful answer, by the way, Aya. Does Mount Bethel want to ask a question?
Why did you want to start inventing?
I think I wanted to start inventing so that I could make the world a little bit better. You see things that are happening in your community and the world in general, and you think, why don't they just ... Why don't they just stop polluting? Why don't they just make a car that stops getting broken? Why don't they stop, like, you always have these questions, but an inventor is someone who tries to answer these questions. So that's basically why I started inventing. I love to solve problems.
Okay, there's a question here from a second grader named Jack. And he asks, how did you decide what materials to use? And did those materials change as you tested your prototype?
That's an amazing question. And that's one that even the most incredible engineers I've met didn't even ask me. But essentially, I started by making a prototype. So what we call it in design, because I'm an industrial designer, we call it a minimum viable product. So that means what's the bare minimum you can do to show that this product works. And what I did was I took some plastic bags and I started burning them together. You know, when they become gooey and sticky, you start sticking it together and they make little pockets. So I made these plastic bags into a primary model of the Delta jacket that I showed in the InVenture Prize. And I started thinking, what's something or what's a garment or fabric that I could use that would look like the plastic bag did. And so I found a fabric called thermopolyurethane coated ripstop. So it's basically an airtight fabric that has polyurethane or plastic on the inside. So when you weld it together, it becomes exactly like the minimum viable product I made. Eventually that did change, but in the end, the technology is the same. So that's a great question. Good job.
These are great questions. Okay. Mrs. Barr, do you want to let your student ask a question, or Vinny?
Yes, that'd be great. How are you planning to make it expand on the inside of the jacket?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
How are you planning to make the inside of the jacket expand?
Essentially, this jacket, if you can see here, when you inflate the jacket like a balloon or like your floaters or an air mattress, it expands because there's air coming into two walls. So anytime you have air between two walls, it makes it expand from the inside. So that's basically it. You need to create an airtight atmosphere. So that means there aren't any holes in it, and the air can't pass through anything but the jacket itself. And that was, as I said before, inspired by how birds puff up when they're cold. And turns out that that's a great idea for keeping warm, because air is the most thermally insulating material in the world. So air heats you up more than any other thing like cotton or any more packed material. So that's essentially how it inflates.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to take a couple more good questions. One is from one of our teachers, maybe it's one of her students. How do you, but this, I think this is a really important question. How do you know when your idea is bad? Or how do you know when you need to pivot or start over? You know, there's persevering, and then there's, you know, maybe we should have learned a lesson. So how do you decide?
That's a great question. Honestly, an invention is only as good as the person who's using it. You're not making an invention just to make it. You're usually making an invention to help someone make their life better, help solve a problem, help someone do something that they couldn't before, or that they found a hassle doing before, and now with your invention, it's much easier. So essentially, you always need to go back to that someone. For me, the jacket was for the homeless. And so I kept going down to downtown Atlanta and asking the homeless, do you like this jacket? Is this actually a good idea? Would you sleep in this? And had they told me, no, I wouldn't use this, I wouldn't sleep in it, it looks ugly, I would have had to change my idea. And actually the idea did change before it became a jacket. So honestly, you always have to be true to yourself and true to the client or the person that you're trying to help, because sometimes it's hard to let go of your idea. It's hard to say, okay, this actually isn't working. I've spent so much time and effort on it, but I need to let it go. Like, it's hard, but you have to do it at some point. And so, sometimes it's great and it works out and people love it. So you just have to keep asking the person who you're trying to help.
I love that. Getting a lot of feedback and really listening and being serious about listening. Okay, there's two more really good questions. Lisa, do you want to let your student ask the question from Smyrna? And then we'll do Trit right after that.
Sure, I'm gonna let him come to the camera, go in front of the camera. Right here.
Will you do InVenture again off of the topic of homeless people or people in need?
Honestly, I think it's a topic that is never invented enough for. Homeless people usually are people who are invisible in the world, you know, like you pass them by, but like after you have left that area, you forget, you know? And so a lot of people are in need and inventions are always needed for these people. So yes, I think there is a really big opportunity to keep working in this space. And I think I've developed a few variations of the jacket to help more homeless people and different types of homeless people. And you could always help out where people are in need. But for the InVenture Prize, I think since they've already seen my Delta jacket, it would be a little bit repetitive. So yes, I would definitely go for helping the homeless, helping anyone in need, helping the refugees. And honestly, it's not like it's decreasing. It's a problem that keeps increasing, and that's why we need to help them. But that's a great question. Thank you.
And we'll take one last question from Trit Elementary.
Have you sold your invention to like a certain store?
Not yet, but I will. I was talking to a camping store, basically. Their name is REI. At some point, I was talking to them or one of their buyers and asking if they would be interested in buying the Delta jacket, and we were in a few talks. So I cannot say anymore, but hopefully at some point they will be in stores. But if you're interested in seeing how the Delta jacket goes, or where it's sold and how it's sold and everything like that, I've been selling them online, and we haven't manufactured them yet, so they haven't been in stores, but people are interested and they've been buying them online. But thank you.
How are you making your jackets now, Aya? Like, if you're not manufacturing them at scale, but you're obviously making enough to sell. So are you making them yourself, or do you have a team making them, or do you have a small prototyping facility or something like that?
So what I've been doing for the past few months is I've been making them at home so that my friends and I can test them. And I've asked a few people on my website who wanted to test them too. But I have been in talks, or I will begin manufacturing them at scale in Georgia in a few months, just because of Christmas and everything that's been on hold.
Yeah.
And hopefully that goes well. I'll be starting with a small sample and giving that sample to the people who have already pre-ordered it. Mm-hmm. And after that sample goes by quickly and all fine, I will start selling it at scale.
That's amazing. I'm really excited for you. Thank you so much for being here. There's still more good questions, but I feel like I should probably call time. Can everybody say a big thank you to Aya? Can you unmute and give her a big round of applause for a second? You guys are great.
Thank you so much for your great questions and your great inventions. Thank you so much for paying attention, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here. What a wonderful message for these students. So with that, I don't think Scott Frank is here. Scott Frank, are you here from the Georgia Intellectual Property Alliance? Anybody from the Georgia Intellectual Property Alliance going once, going twice? Okay, if not, we'll cover that later. But I want to say a big thank you to the Georgia Intellectual Property Alliance. They are going to support some of our first place winners with patent search and, if relevant, applications. So you'll learn more about that if you're in that group. And with that, I think I'm going to turn it over to Danielle to get to the, I guess we have to give some awards. Oh my gosh, congratulations, all of you. Can we see some cheers? Can I hear some excitement from the audience, please?
Yay! Appropriate cheers, guys, appropriate.
And with that, I'm going to turn it over to a message from the Georgia Intellectual Property Alliance. They are sponsoring patent searches and possibly even patent filings if deemed appropriate for our first place winner. So, Craig, welcome.
All right, thanks everyone. Oh man, it's good to be out. It's good to be out for sure. I feel the energy here, so it's great to be here. I graduated from Georgia Tech, man, many years ago, 2001. And I actually worked for Science. I forgot about it. It's been that long. Yes, 20 plus years ago, I worked for them part-time. So how things kind of turn around here. But on behalf of GIPA, Scott Frank, the board chair, our vice chairs, Elizabeth Lester, Wade Walker, Terriana Stewart, and all of our GIPA members, congratulations to everyone. My name is Craig Cupid. I'm a partner in the intellectual property law firm, I'm an intellectual property partner at the law firm of Baker Hostetler. And I have also the honor of leading the K-12 initiative for GIPA. GIPA stands for the Georgia Intellectual Property Alliance, and we will be assisting you in patent searches as well as possibly patent application as well for one or more of the groups. I want to also thank Kilpatrick Townsend and Associate Stephen Dew, who's actually also a graduate of Georgia Tech, for providing some of the patent application services. I'll speak a little bit about intellectual property and the Georgia IP Alliance. So innovators and creators have become such a vital contributor to our economy, our daily lives. And the need for IP is so apparent, such as the internet, of course, cryptocurrencies, the metaverse, any VR game fanatics here? Okay, we got one, maybe two here. And also intellectual property has helped to lay and incentivize the foundation of life-saving and really world-saving inventions such as vaccines for COVID-19. So the world needs innovation, and GIPA exists to make IP less intimidating so that people like you can successfully bring their ideas, their innovations to market. So whether you come from a large tech company or haven't even graduated from grade school yet, we strive to provide the resources, the expertise, and connections to ensure people's ideas can become a reality to serve all citizens and communities. So please visit us at gaipalliance.org for more information. Everyone, of course, being here today, you're a winner, you're a great innovator, and know that this is not the end of your journey, but just the beginning. So please continue to innovate. Please continue to innovate. The world really can't move forward without your innovations. So all the best to the team today, and thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to the Georgia Intellectual Property Alliance. I also realized I forgot to thank William Willis. He's running around with the camera. There he is. Thank you. Did I forget anybody else? Quick, while I'm up here. I hope not. Okay. Well, I'm doing the best I can. Sorry if I forgot anybody else. So with that, I think we're going to get to the part that you guys are probably most excited for, and we're going to start our awards. Our first award is sponsored by IronCAD. So Cameron, if you want to say just a couple of words. This is Cameron Schreiner. He also used to work at Seismic. So.
Oh, yes. Hey everyone, hopefully you guys are having a great afternoon. So I am where I am today because of invention. My father, when I was very little, ended up leaving Bell South to start an invention firm of his own and create an air grinder that can grind metals and ore down to the micron level for easier mining process, and that inspired me to want to become an engineer. So I ended up working for Georgia Tech when I was here as a student, and I graduated as an ME. And here I am today. I work for a company called IronCAD. And for those of you who don't know, CAD is computer-aided design. Every product that you hold, see, or interact with today is designed on a computer. And computer-aided design is so integral for coming up, as a part of your invention process, because you're going to have to be able to push that forward to investors, and that CAD design is how you test it before spending all the money of creating your product. So IronCAD likes to sponsor the CAD Design Award to the team that had the most integrated CAD model of anyone here, because we want those teams to understand how important it is to be able to work on the computer these days. So we are giving out a total of $400 to the team that had a CAD design that integrated with an Excel spreadsheet that they took with rainwater data from all over Georgia, and from that spreadsheet could custom make a rainwater catchment system from that data in order to then custom make a product for their clients. It was incredible. So I'd like to invite up the rainwater catchment, Excel, and CAD integration team.
Certificates. Jasmine has her certificates. So here, let's set the plan here. You'll walk this way, you get your award. You'll go see Jasmine. She'll give you your music certificates. Then you'll come up on stage for some photo ops. Yay. What are your names?
My name is Mitchell Sheridan.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Great work. Great work. All right, our next award is the Best Manufacturing Award, sponsored by the Centers for Innovation, and that goes to the Clean Road Company from Scholars Academy. There you go. Get next to Buzz. Yep. Let's get your prizes, you'll get your photos. Northside Hospital Foundation, and that goes to Athegia, an at-home medical monitoring program from McIntosh High School. Yes. He's been knighted. Mark, is this your third InVenture?
Yes, actually it is.
This is Mark's third K-12 InVenture Prize. So if you have another idea or you improve your current idea, we want to see you back here, because then I'll recognize you, just like I recognize Mark. All right, the next award is the Energy Award, which goes to Electric City of Mount Bethel Elementary School. Alexa and, sorry, Ben. Ben, great job, guys. All right, the Sustainability Award goes to TV Controller. But it's the Sustainability Award, and the winner is TV Controller from K-12. Go take a picture with Buzz. Yeah. Congratulations. What's your name? Kavya. Congratulations, Kavya. What's your teammate's name? Dry Air. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, next we have the Consumer Goods Award, which goes to Corder of Kennesaw Mountain High School. All right. Congratulations, Corder. Congratulations, William. Great job. All right, the Georgia Tech Choice Award goes to Remember Ring. Isabel, great job. All right, now we're into the placing teams. We're going to start with K2. Remember, our first place teams will be given a professional patent search courtesy of the Georgia Intellectual Property Alliance, and the first place teams will receive a plaque for their school courtesy of the Georgia Centers of Innovation. And actually, I think all three receive medals and certificates, sorry. All right, let's start with K2. So our third place K2 team for the 2022 K-12 InVenture Prize is Grabber to Go from Trent Elementary School. Now what grade are you ladies in? Second grade, my goodness, and you're already an inventor, look at that. Check that off the list. Congratulations, Henley, Kyla, Sevi, and Padme. Great job, ladies. All right, our second place K-2 InVenture Prize team is the Sturdy Plastic Bag 2000 from Trenton Elementary School. Royce, congratulations. Okay, we have 3 first place winners for K2. It was a 3-way tie, it was a lot. So we'll do one team at a time. So first is Muddy Paws from Kennesaw Elementary School. Congratulations, James. Ethan.
job, guys.
All right, and finally, last but not least, the last straw from Kennesaw Elementary School. Sarah and Isabel, great job. Okay, now on to the elementary division. You may not know this, but the elementary division is the largest division. We get the most competitors in elementary, so it's extra hard to place in elementary. So our third place elementary K-12 InVenture Prize team is a tie. First we'll do Team Prideful from Smyrna Elementary School.
I got you.
Congratulations, great job. And our other third place elementary school winner is Water Rover from Mount Bethel. Congratulations. All right, our second place elementary school team is the Fish Saver from Mount Bethel. Joseph, congratulations. And our first place elementary school K-12 InVenture Prize 2022 team is Pollute End from Smyrna. Job. All right, now on to the middle school division. Our third place middle school K-12 InVenture Prize team is E-Folk Milk Carton from JC Middle School. School team is benzene-free fingernail polish from Arnall Middle School. She here? No? Not here? No benzene-free fingernail polish? Okay, well, we'll hold on that. Our first place middle school K-12 InVenture Prize team getting the patent search and the plaque is the Plant Doc from J.C. Booth Middle School. Congratulations. All right, the high school division. The third place high school team is darkness activated auto dimming bike light from Wheeler High School. Second place high school, we had a tie. How many? Man, my goodness, we have a tie with like a lot of four. We have a 4-win tie. No wonder, that's intense. Okay, so first we have Listerwork 1 from Kennesaw Mountain High School. And then we have My Pantry from Walton High School. Great job. Then we have sanitizing livestock delivery systems from Marietta High School. Take a picture with Buzz. He's waiting. He'll be really sad if you don't take a picture.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Hillary. Congratulations, great job. And finally, the heart rate reducing helmet from Rockdale Magnet School for Science and Technology. into getting the patent search and all the things is Ultra V from North Oconee High School.
Yeah, there's one junior, 3 seniors.
TJ, congratulations, great job. All right, can we give a big round of applause and thank you again to GIPA